Welcome to the vlog.
Welcome to the vlog.
Welcome to the vlog.
Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the vlog.
Welcome to the fucking vlog, season 2.
Welcome to the vlog.
Woke up at around like 7 and did my skincare, and then I sat down for my data platforms and then my stats class, and then afterwards I did my data platforms homework before it was due.
Okay, so I actually completed most of my lab before it even happened. It's at 2, but I finished most of it, which is nice. So I'm gonna have lunch with George. I come back, I'm gonna do some lab, but also I had time to relax today, which is good because the rest of the week definitely won't be relaxing. I think the lab that I have today is the easiest class.
Me and George went to Basil Box, and you'll see that there was actually a predicament there, but once they got the right order, it was good, and it was nice to see him.
Well, unfortunately, when I was out for lunch, they gave me the wrong order, and I took a bite and I ate chicken. Ugh, it just like makes me feel so gross. I tried to like not make a big deal of it when I was with George, but I'm alone now, so I'm just feeling it. Ugh, it's just like so gross. I'm just pretty upset about it.
I did my lab at my grandparents' house, and it was nice to be in their company. They gave me like grapes and cashew bar, and the lab went pretty well. I kind of was just helping people. And then I went on my ride with my dad. We went to the Punjabi market, and that was a nice ride, except my legs felt tired, and we had pizza, which looked really good. And then edited the vlog and did the homework. Here is a beacon of hope after a wonderful day as a data science and training and a failure at a vegetarianism. I know I said yesterday night that I think today's gonna be a good day, but just gonna have to scrap that one. I think will be the new day where things make me feel better again. I just feel really gross about the whole situation. Just the feeling of it in my mouth was really gross, I guess. It's just upsetting. It's almost 11, so I think I'm gonna go to bed. I did stats for a while. Tomorrow is gonna be better.
I got up and felt good, and even did a little bit of stretching before I went to my classes.
I have class in like 5 minutes, but the mustache needs to be addressed. So using some wax strips. Last time I did it, both professionally and by myself, I gave myself like a wax burn, is it called? Whatever it is when you like pull off your actual skin. And at least with the salon, they got the actual hair off, but when I did it myself, it like pulled no hair and just skin. So that was unfortunate. Ow. I think that got off hair.
To my data manipulations class, and it actually went really well.
Just finished with my morning classes, which is going okay. Just on my stats lab today, which I'm admittedly not really looking forward to. I mean, it's never a fun experience, to be honest. It's raining pretty hard outside. I kind of want to go for a walk, but it's not exactly walking weather, which sucks.
So instead of going on a walk, I just got started on my stats lab and had a little bit of a snack, and the stats lab went pretty fine. I was working throughout the whole time.
Finally finished my lab. Well, I haven't finished the whole assignment, but it went so much better than it did last week. Everything was just a lot more overwhelming, but I feel really good about the work that I put in today, and I know that I still have to do some questions, still have to review some stuff, but like to be able to get done what I did get done in the time that I had is really nice. And I know it's because I put in all this extra work leading up to today to be able to understand it. So if that's what it takes for me to understand stats, then I guess that's what I have to do. I want to rest, but I feel guilty for doing it right now. I know that I should probably take a nap or just do something relaxing before I go for dinner so that when I come home I can feel a bit more ready to do homework. Okay, so I relaxed for a little bit, and now it's time for me to go out and meet Emma and Gia for dinner, which is fun. I wasn't sure if this plan tonight was gonna happen, so I'm really happy that it ended up working out.
So I took the 19 out to Feel Goodness. It was pretty cold, honestly, and I met up with Isa and Gia, and then Emma met us after, and we had such a good meal. It was so good to have pho, and Emma drove us home, which was so nice. I'm home and I realized I don't want to do homework. I am kind of caught up on everything. I just want to go to bed because I'm going to wake up early to work out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Looks like a sunny day so far. It's only 7 a.m. though. I am just going on a quick walk in my sweatsuit. Yeah, I was working out and I got in about 45 minutes. I was like, I don't want to do this, but I don't want to just sit in my room. So here I am on a walk. The walk was really nice, but it was so windy. It was kind of cold. My morning lectures went by pretty fast actually, and stats was really fun. The reason for that was that our prof always has people play their instruments during our break, and we had a really good guitarist play. And this is a song that he literally wrote himself, so yeah, that was pretty amazing. A really great break. Then it was time for me and Molly's driving school. She drove us out to UBC and she did great as per usual. And I actually got in almost 2 hours of driving, as you'll see later, but that was really great for me.
I just got back from driving and that went really well. I was driving for about an hour and 45 minutes and it just felt really good the whole time. I think I'm getting better and I'm just having more confidence as I drive, so that feels really good. I'm about to do my data manipulation lab. I'm a little bit apprehensive because last week I had a mental breakdown while doing this lab, so I don't want that again. So we're gonna stay positive, and if it gets hard, we just power through. We don't cry.
So there was no crying during this lab. I powered through it, and afterwards me and Turner went to my grandparents for dinner, and this is Molly helping my grandfather with his iPad. And the dinner was super good. My grandmother just went all out as per usual. The food was amazing, and afterwards me and Turner went to the little Thirsty convenience store. We picked up a couple snacks. I got some Pockies, which were yummy. Woke up the next morning to work out, have breakfast, and I had my first lecture, which went well. And then me and Turner had to say bye to each other. This was the fit for today. I didn't really want to bike all the way to UBC, so I just biked to the bus stop and I got there without breaking a sweat, obviously. Then I had my data manipulations lecture and that went well. But after the lecture, I just did work for like an hour and a half, so I was like doing homework for 3 hours straight there. And then I got a matcha latte to get me through the lab. The lab was about stocks, so it was not very fun for me. Then I actually biked home. Hey, I am home. Now I'm just gonna be relaxing for half an hour before I go meet up with Silk and Ruth. We're going to Mila. That's about it. I have a ton of homework to do once I get home, so it's good to just rest my brain a little bit. Got to Mila and I was so excited to eat dinner. It was really tasty. We got a bunch of stuff to share, and the best part was the dessert for sure. Good. We got a peach cobbler and a churro, and this was the little sauce that we could put on the peach cobbler, and that was fun. I ended up walking home, which was nice to get some steps in, and then I did a bunch of work and I feel really happy about it.
I've done quite a bit of homework. I feel like I was working very efficiently, so I got done a question that's been bothering me since Wednesday, yay, and I also fixed a bunch of mistakes that I made for the lab I did on Monday, so that feels really good to get that out of the way, because like it was a pretty easy thing that I had to do, but I was kind of just putting it off because there would just seem like so many other things to do. But now that that's out of sight, I'm ready for tomorrow, which is basically just gonna be me finishing everything. I have a couple meetings that I'm doing with some classmates, one for my group and then one with just like the group of girls from the CL program, just doing a Zoom call to go over answers. I feel like I ended up in a good spot again on Thursday night in terms of how much work I've done.
I spent most of the morning relaxing and doing homework.
So I have my meeting now with my group, and I'm definitely not looking forward to that, only because I feel like the structure of this group assignment was really bad. It's not the fault of the other students that are in the class with me. It's more like it's just a badly organized group assignment, in my opinion. Like, it should have just been an individual assignment. Like, there's no part of it where I felt like a collaborative effort was necessary. Not because it was too easy, but just because there's so many ways that you could have made an assignment about GitHub collaborative and to actually have like useful skills be incorporated, but I felt like with this one, it just wasn't.
Had my meeting, which ended up lasting around an hour.
I just had my meeting and it went really well. We talked through everything and everyone is so nice. And it just so happened that they were all in the computational linguistics one, which technically the odds of having all 4 of us be in the CL aren't that high. So that was really cool. And after we discussed the assignment, we actually talked about just stuff in general, which is, I don't know, it's nice to like have that. Yeah, I am going to my grandparents for lunch, so what I'm going to do is get all my stuff together, change my clothes because I'm literally still wearing pajamas, keep a shirt, just change into pants, and then go over to my grandparents for lunch because I can't see them tomorrow.
Walked over to my grandparents for lunch and it was absolutely pissing. It was so rainy and I had a delicious lunch and spent some quality time, and it was raining even harder on my way back, so that was a little crazy, and it just seemed like all the water in the world was coming down. I worked out and then did more homework.
Essentially finished all my labs. I've done every question. I haven't done the optional ones yet, so I think it's going to be a rainy weekend, so I have some time at the cabin to do them, but I feel like I'm in a really good place in terms of all the stuff that I need to do. So I'm gonna submit everything tomorrow, and yeah, that'll be good. I'm really excited for this weekend. I've been looking forward to it for a while. It's gonna be really nice. We had such a good time last time. Granted, we had better weather, but it's still gonna be fun to go to the cidery, and on Sunday we're gonna go into Victoria and spend some time there, and I'm really excited for that. Yeah, I'm just feeling very good.
Here we are, getting on the road. Emma picked me up, and here is the storm that we were driving through. We finally get to the ferry, and they even made an announcement on the ferry that they might turn off the deep fryers because of how much the boat was swaying, but I don't think they ended up doing that because Gia and Emma were able to get yam fries. I got a veggie burger, which was so tasty, and then we drove to the cabin, which was pretty scary with the rain, but we made it, and we had such a good bottle of wine, and we watched the first episode of Sex Education. On Saturday morning, I did my homework, submitted all my labs, and we all just relaxed, and it ended up being super sunny. We also had the best cinnamon toast. This is Gia making me one.
Hey, what's up, you guys? We're about to go on a canoe. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
What about you?
Excellent.
I used my tandem and solo canoeing skills to get more ladies out on the lake, and that was really nice. The weather was cooperating a lot. Emma even went in the water.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, that was a fall. Oh, I thought it was a fall.
She was such a happy camper, and this is a bunny running across the backyard, and then we went to the cidery.
For the watermelon.
This is the same one we went to last year. Ugh, it's so good. If you're ever like near Victoria, please make the effort to go out there because it is just amazing. We walked in and it's just as nice as I remember it, and there were some hawks flying outside, and we all ordered a flight except for Ted, who was driving, and I got the same flight that I got last time. It had like some dry stuff and some sweet stuff and then apple liqueur, and I got like this vegetarian pot pie for food, and we all splurged, especially Emma, on some cider at the end. And then we drove over to a winery and we did some wine tastings at a lavender farm. That was really cool. Some of the wine had lavender in it, which was really interesting, and we all got some lavender stuff, which was cool. And then we drove into the Cowichan Lake Village, and we went into the most beautiful perfume store, and they're doing a pop-up at Urban Outfitters and Kids in November, so if you're in the area you should check it out because it's really beautiful. And yeah, that was just like a nice afternoon that we all spent together. The last thing that we did was we went to this little tea farm, and it was a really cool store. We thought it was going to be more of like an actual cafe that served tea, but it was just kind of like packaged tea. And then Gia and Emma actually went in the water.
How is it?
Very good.
I personally did not go in. I changed, which I think was a step in the right direction in terms of like maybe going in, but I just couldn't do it. But we did have some cider out near the water, which was amazing. Perfect way to end of the day. We played some Clue, and Shannon won that. Watched some more Sex Education. Ugh, that show is so good, and the fire was keeping us nice and cozy while we were doing that.
And hummingbirds. Oh my god, it's like a fucking... Oh my god, look at that bunny.
We played a game called 7 Fucking Things, and it's pretty complicated at first, but so fun. We had some ice cream, and then we watched Silence of the Lambs. It was Gia's first time. And then the next morning, I did some homework, and we relaxed. Shannon made us the most delicious breakfast of eggs on toast. And then it was time to pack up and leave. We had such a great weekend, and we were planning on spending the day in Victoria, and that was a pretty smooth drive over. We went to get some coffee. They got dolce lattes. I got a chai latte, and we just explored the city for a little bit. It was really nice, except for the part where we almost got stuck in an anti-vax rally near the Parliament building. We walked through the tea at the Empress, and we went to the coolest like candy store, and we ended up getting lunch at a tapas bar, and that was like some of the most phenomenal food we've had in a while. Like, everything was so delicious. We left with full stomachs and happy hearts.
Its tail is so... I love your tail. I love your work. Yeah, King. Such a big fan.
My door is literally still open.
Ferry ride back to Vancouver actually felt super quick. We spent most of it outside and then kind of just rummaged through the gift store. Overall, a super big success and a great girls' weekend.
I studied for a bit, and then now I'm going to continue studying, but I just want to get all the editing out of the way and post the blog so that I can just keep going. I have 4 midterm quiz things next week, one every single day. That's great. I am a little bit nervous for the stats one, but the other ones I feel pretty confident about, but that's why right now I'm just concentrating my time on doing the stats. This weekend was so amazing. Shout out to Gia's parents, Shed and Tannen, for the most amazing weekend. I feel really lucky to have gone and spend time with Gia and Emma and them. We played lots of fun games, and it was a good way to relax after the last couple weeks, which have been pretty stressful, and lots of new things were happening. I'm looking forward to next week, because although I have all these stuff, like the quiz stuff going on, I am going to see Emilio in Calgary on the weekend, so that's gonna be really cool and exciting. I'm sure everything will go well, and I'm feeling a lot more settled into the program. So I guess thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.